So thank you guys for listening to Sports Talk with Matt Stolboff and CB Barrett. We'll be right back after the break.
Be sure to tune in to Blake and Noah, LA to Chicago weekly on Sunday nights as we cover the biggest news in sports. Topics range from breaking news, trade rumors, score updates, predictions, and of course, our famous Say What segment of the week. Get on Facebook and like the Blake and Noah, LA to Chicago page. Also, feel free to text or call in each week.
Alright guys, welcome back. Jersey Boys Sports Talk. I'm Matt Stolboff here with CB Garrett. Nick's not here. He's in the Sweet 16, which is kind of stupid, but whatever. We'll talk about it a little bit later. Anyway, moving on. I hope Nick's listening to the show, by the way, because
He's definitely not.
he's probably too busy dancing to, like, Kana Joe right now. So, anyway,
This is him.
So anyway, let's move on. So we kind of went over the NBA and what was going on there. We're on to Garden State Sharks now. So we're going over our NFC and AFC championship games. As you know, now the championship games are 5 points each. Last week with the divisional rounds, 3 points each. We'll go over the standings really quickly. Nick went 4-4 last week. He's got 66 points. I went 66-2. This is actually from the divisional games. No, this is from the divisional round, right? So I went 6-2, got 11 points, have 54, I'm in last. And CB's in second. He went 6-2 last week. He's got 15 points with a total of 60. So now moving on to the championship games. We're going to start with the Seahawks Packers, which is on at 3:30 or something, or I forget the time, 3 o'clock I think tomorrow. Seahawks are 7.5 point favorites against the Packers. I'm going Packers on this one. I'll start first. I'll go in Packers. I think Aaron Rodgers is looking... I understand he's hurt, but I think he can't be any worse than he was week 1 against the Seahawks. He was terrible against there. I think he'll turn things around, step it up. And, we've seen upsets in conference championship games before. Why not this week? This Seahawks, I understand how good they are, especially when they're home. But I just have a gut feeling the Packers can turn things around. And if that defense can handle Russell Wilson at least a little bit, they got a good shot. And I think they'll be under a touchdown at the end of the game, even if they do lose. So I'm going Packers. CB, you're also going Packers too.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared with this one.
I'm scared, but I'm going to take the risk.
I really think Seattle's win this. This is kind of like my last chance to catch Nick. So I'm sitting 6 points behind. I figure I'm trying to pick up a game here. I'm going with him on the other one, but I think that the Packers can at least make it close. I'm really scared about Aaron Rodgers' calf, but with 7.5 points, I'm willing to take a gamble on the Packers here.
All right, and Nick went Seahawks, which is pretty much why me and CB went Packers, but we're just going with that gut feeling, So we're going Packers on that. Now, Patriots, 6.5 point favorites against the Colts. I think this one's pretty easy. CB, you also picked Patriots. I picked Patriots. Tom Brady, he's been in these games so many times. Looks a rook in this. And that defense, I don't think is good enough to stop Tom Brady. I understand they did a pretty good job against Peyton, but Peyton was hurt. Tom Brady is fully healthy. I don't think those linebackers can handle Gronk. And Vontae Davis is really their only good defensive player. I think the Patriots really destroy that defense. Belichick's going to find something and just go on that the whole time. So I got Patriots on this one pretty easily, actually. I think they're going to win by 2 touchdowns. CB,
yeah, I don't think the Colts are a very good team. They're just led by Andrew Luck.
As most people agree with.
I picked them to upset the Broncos last week, but I just don't know if there's much of a team around him. I'm going to have to agree with you and take the Patriots.
All right, so we're all going Patriots here. Nick's going Patriots as well. We kind of hope Nick would pick Colts, but it's most people are going to pick Patriots. This seems like an easy one. The luck's going to finally run out. See what I did there, CB? All right. So quickly, we're not really doing a hometown roundup. I'm going to quickly talk about Rutgers because they did have a pretty big week. They did beat number 4 Wisconsin. Who cares if they didn't have Kaminsky? They still beat the number 4 team in the country. Big game. Miles Mike had a beast game. Big win at the rack. And they almost beat Maryland too, Rutgers. So it was a big basketball week for Rutgers, which is, we never really see that. So good for Rutgers. Eddie Jordan did a good job. Maybe things are starting to turn around, and things could happen. You never know in Rutgers. First time they'll make the tournament ever if they do keep on getting these big wins. Seton Hall actually lost a couple times this week. Islanders beat the Rangers. They've been doing great. Devils still stink, and Rangers are okay. Basketball, Knicks still stink. Nets, are on an 7 or 8 game losing streak. Or actually, they beat the Wizards, so they ended their 7 game losing streak. So, but they're still in the East. They're still in the playoffs because the Eastern Conference is really, really bad. And that's it really for our version of the hometown roundup when Nick's not here. Homer statement of the week. I'll just do this one quickly. Steve Spagnuolo was hired by the Giants, asked to be their defensive coordinator once again, was coordinator for 2 years. One of those years when they won Super Bowl 42. I mean, the defense was great with him. I hope he figures something out and fixes the defense, because Perry Fewell, he was alright, but their linebackers have just been awful. The secondary was subpar. I mean, they just got to turn things around, and hopefully Steve Spagnuolo can do that. Do you want me to do Joel Embiid, or do you got it?
Who's your Joel Embiid?
All right, I'll do Joel Embiid. It's just, all right, making sure. So Joel Embiid segment of the week. We'll do this one for Nick. It is Dan Herron. I saw this a few days ago. I thought it was pretty funny. So Dan Herron, as you know, the pitcher on the Angels now, I believe. Oh, wait. Hold on. I mean, he's moved. He constantly moves. I'm going to look it up. I know Marlins, right. I mean, he's moving constantly now. But he's the Marlins pitcher now. Anyway, he tweeted a couple days ago, "Today, I watched 6 episodes of Family Feud, and I cried watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I think I'm ready for baseball to start." I think so too, Dan Herron. I'm ready for baseball season to start. And this is finally a year that the Mets can actually do good, CB. It's finally the year that people are thinking that the Mets can actually make the playoffs. It's amazing. And if we get Ian Desmond, I know most people don't care, but if the Mets do get Ian Desmond, I can't wait. Because the Braves are falling apart. They're clearing house. They traded Evan Gattis this week. I mean, and the Phillies are terrible. I mean, the Marlins are, we really only have to worry about the Marlins and the Nats. And I think we can stop both teams. And if we take one of the Nats players away for the Mets, for our team, and for the Mets, if they get Ian Desmond, I mean, it'll be something. I can't wait. Can't wait. Anyway, that was a little.
Yeah, I still think they need some stuff. They need Conforto to come up and be the outfielder. The Mets aren't going to be good until Daniel Murphy's gone, because Dilson Herrera is going to be their second baseman, and they need that pitching staff to have Noah Syndergaard and Matt Harvey healthy. I think they're still a year away. And
with the way DeGrom, I mean, they're a young pitching staff. They are, but they're very talented. I think they also need one more relief pitcher too. I feel like they need not a setup man, but a middle reliever. Someone who comes in when someone's struggling and can pitch an inning or two and get the hold. Because really, Vic Black was all right, but really outside of Vic Black, Familia, and Mejia, we really did not see good outcomes from our relief pitchers, especially guys like Scott Rice, who I think Johnson never signed. I mean, I don't know why we like him so much. I mean, he's just a terrible pitcher. I can go on and on about this, but me and CB, I should say, can go hours talking about the Mets right now, but I know most people don't care. So we'll move on. So anyway, so CB, you got the bang bang, who's hot, who's not. I'll go with that before I do snowball effect. CB? You're still muted, CB. There you go.
The Hawks, they've won 11 straight. They're playing Bulls tonight. They're our 20 consistent quarter. My old man crush Kyle Korver has been having an absolutely fantastic season. He's trying to become the first player ever to have a 90th season. Would be absolutely insane. Of course, 4%. Over 50% from the foul line, over 50% from the three-point line and 50% from the field, and he's accomplishing that so far this season. That would be an absolutely crazy feat. And then who's not hot is Trent Richardson, after being the number 3 overall draft pick just 3 years ago, traded Browns to the Colts last year, and now not even on the playoff roster last week against the Broncos. Now he won't even make the trip.
That was like the saddest clip of that whole game. that was such a sad clip. And they showed Trent on on TV. It was him standing there looking miserable, drinking water, just like, man, I should be on that field right now. I mean, he really has been terrible. And Boom Herron taking his spot. I don't think anybody would have thought that a few years ago. So finally, the last segment, your favorite segment of the week, the snowball effect. And our snowball effect is Nick Bugatis. That's right, guys. Nick is our snowball effect this week. All because he's not here. He's at a Sweet 16. Who goes to a Sweet 16? Who picks Sweet 16s over Jersey Boys Sports Talk? Come on, Nick. I mean, really? I hope he listens to this because this is terrible decision by him. I mean, he's taking his talents to some party place and not here for Jersey Boys, for Infinity, for Spreaker. I mean, come on, Nick. This is. I mean, CB, you have anything to say to Nick?
Dude.
Yeah. So, Nick, the next time, don't pick a Sweet 16 over JPST. All I gotta say is just disappointed. Very disappointed. All right. So that's actually it for the show today. So thank you all for listening to Jersey Boys Sports Talk with me and CB. Don't worry, Nick said he's going to be here next time. Hopefully he doesn't go to a bar mitzvah or something. Be sure to check us out on Infinity Sports Network, which is on Spreaker, and also check us on Facebook and Twitter. So thank you all one more time for listening to Jersey Boys Sports Talk. I'm Matt Stillboff along with CB Garrett. Thank you all for listening.